Great.
Thank you for being here. Let's talk about what do you know about the meetings that took place today by several ambassadors.
Well, as you mentioned before, there are major disagreements among European governments regarding the current war. I would say on the one hand, you have the German position, which was expressed by Chancellor Merz at the G7 summit earlier this week, very supportive of Israel, saying that Israel is doing a great service to the free world, doing the dirty work of the free world. And on the other hand, in the other camp, you have France. France that it keeps calling for a ceasefire without Israel achieving its goals, and of course asking for a diplomatic solution that has consistently failed for the past 15 years. So Europe is divided. It generally is when it comes to foreign policy. And of course, within the EU, you have 27 member states, and there's very little agreement among them when it comes to foreign policy in general and the issue of Israel in particular.
Well, we know with the ongoing war, the division has been strong and everything that has gone on, which we don't need to reiterate. But this is a bit different. The world knows that, Iran is what people say, of course, the head of the beast, and it does affect the free world. So why do you think that France is continuing to, dig their heels in?
Well, the French president in particular has become in recent months very hostile to Israel. As we're talking, there is a military exhibit in France at Le Bourget, and his government decided to basically cover with those black walls part of the Israeli companies at Le Bourget airport, saying that, Israel is only allowed to show defensive weapons. I don't know what this is. And like other countries, since the beginning of the war with Hamas, at the very beginning, he came to Israel and he said that France would like to lead an international military coalition against Hamas. Since then, he's been building an international diplomatic coalition against Israel, accusing Israel of war crimes, calling for a ceasefire without Israel attaining its goals. But on the other hand, the voice of France and of Macron has lost any credibility. Nobody takes him seriously. President Trump is very dismissive of him, but even his colleagues within the European Union, from the German Chancellor to the Italian Prime Minister, Macron is a very theatrical person with no content, no consistency. And the truth of the matter is that nobody takes him seriously.
And, what could come out, what could be an outcome, a potential outcome of this meeting between Iran and these three European countries?
So, Iran is going to be doing what it's been doing for many years, which is to deceive the international community, to lie, basically, to say that he has no intention of building nuclear weapons, which everybody knows isn't true. And so, at the end of the day, you're going to see a French position that is going to try and renew negotiation, convince the Iranians to come back to the negotiation table before America possibly joins the fight, and probably with Germany having a tougher stance. But at the end of the day, what will decide the outcome of the war is whether or not the United States will join and help Israel bombard and destroy the Fordo nuclear plant. It's not those discussions between the Europeans and the Iranians, because, again, the Iranians are masters in deceiving the international community, especially the Europeans. So Israel has to focus on winning this war. Obviously, it would be better if the U.S. were to join, because that would be definitely very helpful, and it would enable this total victory that not only Israel but also the free world needs. And Israel really needs to explain to the free world, as it's been doing, that it is not only fighting for itself, but also for Western democracies.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Navon. Much appreciated.